Matthew. Chapter 2. We've read it in our responsive reading. I would ask that in your quiet time that you would read chapter 1 and 2. Your quiet time, right? I want to only read verse 2. Saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. Saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? And that's in the reading of God's holy word. I want to talk about wise enough to look for Jesus.
All right.
Wise enough to look for Jesus. After the birth, after the birth of Jesus, 3 wise men went on a quest to look for Jesus.
Yeah. All right.
For looking for Jesus was to them to look for the King. Not just any king, but the King of the Jews.
Yeah. All right.
So a star guided these 3 wise men to the city of Bethlehem of Judea. Listen, they arrive in Jerusalem and waste no time asking, where is he? Born King of the Jews.
All right.
The king in that day was Herod, who after he got word of these wise men looking for the King of Jews, he felt threatened. He felt his kingdom being threatened. Why look for a king when he's already king?
All right.
So he calls a meeting with the chief priests and scribes about this king that's born King of the Jews.
All right.
And so they told him that it was written by the prophet, and thou Bethlehem in the land of Judah. Ought not the least among the princes of Judah? For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel.
Yeah. All right.
So King Herod called in these wise men and inquired about this king and what was the time of his birth.
Yeah.
So he sends them to find him, but he wants them to return. He wants these wise men to look for Jesus, find him, and then return back to him and tell him where he's at.
All right.
And so here we are at the threshold of Christmas that has been so commercialized with the Christmas trees, lights, presents, sales,
All right.
and gift exchanging. But is there anybody up in here wise enough to look for Jesus? Saturday is coming, and Saturday really is the birthday of Jesus. But will any of us sing happy birthday? I mean, sing happy birthday to Jesus. Will any of us worship him on his birthday? And can I just ask this right quick since you're shopping? Would anybody bring or purchase a gift for Jesus? I mean, it's his birthday. And we spend too much time leaving him out of the celebration. But these wise men were wise enough to look for Jesus. And so there's about 3 things we're going to learn from these wise men that's going to help us before Saturday. Anybody interested? Listen. The first thing is they knew who they were looking for and where to look.
All right.
Can we just walk through the text? They knew who they were looking for. And they knew where to look. And they were looking for Jesus. But they were guided by a star. And some of us, we got to first look, get it within our minds, get it within our hearts, get it within our souls that we're going to look for Jesus. And then when we get ready to look for him, we ought to ask God to show us the star. Matter of fact, we might need to stop trying to be the star.
Right? Yeah.
Stop trying to make man the star. And look, somebody ought to be wise enough. Somebody ought to be wise enough to know that if you really look for Jesus, God will give you a sign.
All right.
And these wise men, the Bible said they came from the east to Jerusalem, and they were being guided by a star. And some of us don't realize that our star was mama. Our star was daddy. Our star was big mama. They brought us, somebody ought to help me right there. They brought us to church, and they tried to show us and tell us something about Jesus, but it ought to prick us enough, made us wise enough to want to look for him ourselves. Somebody needs to know. Mama can't find him for you. Daddy can't find him for you. You got to look for him for yourself. And these wise men, they knew who they were. Looking for him. Because it had been written by the prophet that there was going to be a babe born in Bethlehem of Judea. He was going to be born, and the government of his people was going to be upon his shoulder. Somebody needs to know you ought to look for Jesus because Jesus saved. I'm sorry, they used to sing an old song of what you need. God's got it. Why? He got it. You ought to be wise enough not to try to find him in the choir.
Right. Right.
You ought to be wise enough not to try to find him in the past.
Right. Yeah.
You ought to come up in here already with your mind made up that you're looking for Jesus. And you ought to look for somebody out to help me right here. I don't need a cosign up in here. You ought to look for a sign that will lead you. Somebody ought to help me. Signs that will lead you to Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody missed it a while ago. When the choir was trying to get off, we worshiped him. They felt something. They saw something. And some of us wasn't wise enough. Some of us wasn't wise enough. Because the Bible says, seek ye him while he may be found. And listen, can I just tell y'all, or can I just let y'all in on a secret? Can I? He ain't hiding.
Right.
All right. He wants to be seen. And so we ought to be wise enough to know who he is. And then, matter of fact, just follow the signs. Can I get a witness?
Right.
Oh, he woke you up this morning. That's a sign. You in your right mind. That's a sign. Oh, somebody ought to help me. You were driving last week and was almost in an accident. But somebody ought to help me right here. And you was spared. That's a sign. Somebody sitting up in here, your light should have been cut off. But they still on and you ain't paid the bill. That's a sign. He might not come when you want him, but he's always on time. You ought to be wise enough. They knew who they were looking for, and they knew where to look. I mean, as somebody ought to understand, fret not the assembling of yourself on the first day of the week. That's the mean. Don't miss going to church. You can say what you will of me, but there's one place you can surely find. Oh, I know he's here, there, and everywhere, but he do make special appearances on Sunday morning at his house. And somebody ought to got up this morning and say, I got to go. Yes, I want to hear some good singing. I want to hear a good word. But more than anything else, I need to be sure I get a glimpse of Jesus. If nothing else, you broke folk. I'll at least shout right quick. Because I should have helped you that you ain't got to buy everybody a gift. It ain't their birthday. It's
Right.
Yeah, you ought to have a little something to say on Christmas. You ain't got to apologize for not giving nobody a gift. Just tell them when your birthday comes, I got you.
All right.
So they knew who they were looking for, and they knew where to look. But then the second thing, check this out. I saw this in the text. They got close enough